Rule of thumb, if you just see one helicopter, it's nothing interesting. If you see 3 helicopters, that means every major news network. All right, another nice view of 333 over here. By the way, just to give you an idea of how much the attitude of the river has changed. This chunk of land, it's called Wolf Point. It is the center of all 3 branches of the river. Before this got built in 2015, this was a parking lot. For the last 80 years, that was a parking lot. Now we have this. You saw the construction on the other side, and there will be a 3rd skyscraper by 2021. This area is changing. Now this white structure on the right here with the circular fans in it covers railroad tracks. There are actually 6 railroad tracks on the bank of the river going down here on the right side. Every building we go by from here on out is built directly above or next to the railroad tracks. And that is why 150 North Riverside here with a narrow base looks that cool, because that is all the space they had to work with for the foundation of that building. This is a 54-story office building that is 3 times wider at the top than it is at the bottom. First building in the United States of America made out of grade 4 steel. The force where that angled bit hits the straight column is about 45 million pounds. On one side, if the wind's not blowing. Here's a fun fact about tall building design. Every single tall building ever built sways in the wind. The taller you build, the faster the winds get, and the less building you have to resist that. So you adapt, and the way this building adapts is that it has dampers. At the top, they got 12 10,000-gallon tanks of water. The wind hits the building and rocks it one way, the water sloshes the other way and cancels that motion out. And it looks really cool. We're going to come back to this. We'll talk more about it on the way back up. But in the meantime, we're drifting by. We got to talk about other things. This is going to be a restaurant down here, by the way. And then up ahead to the right, we got the building with the Q-shaped logo on it. That is the Boeing Center. This was built in 1990. And it was originally the headquarters of the Mordant Salt Corporation, which is why it looks like a giant, weird salt shaker. And then Boeing moved in 1998. Now this is built right over the tracks. Let's get into how they do that. First off, the railroad companies own all this land. The buildings each lease the air rights. I looked at the original lease here. Back in 1990, they signed a 99-year lease paying $1 million a year. Might have been modified, but that was the original. The columns that are the foundation of this building are spaced out in between the tracks, and then the trains just go right underneath. That's all open space there. And you can see it's got this little river walk here, which tells you this is built before 1990.